So we've logged into Spider Strategies and we've gone to the dashboard section inside the application. Now we're going to be taking a look at the Southwest model that we've been using before. And within Southwest, I've already created a couple of dashboards. The one that we're going to be working on today is going to end up looking like this. And this is merely an example of what we'll be doing. And you can see from this we have the overall performance indicator, the trend for the overall indicator, and then down here we have the processes that were linked to it and their performance trend, the project that's associated with it, as well as the description and the what, so what, now what. So I'm going to show you how to go about creating a dashboard that looks like this. Obviously we just mashed the new dashboard button, and let's just put in sample for the sake of argument. And Spider is going to give us the environment in which you build a scorecard, a dashboard. And it's pretty straightforward. Across the top are the menu bar for building the dashboard itself, and you can just choose the elements you want. So for example, the top left corner had a gauge in it. So if I click on the gauge, and I can just choose the metric that I want to have the gauge for, and it's done. Next to it, I put in a trend graph showing the data that supports more passengers. So I just click on the chart button. Within that, I have to choose the chart type, which of course is going to be a line chart. The data itself. So I'm going to go out to the scorecard. I'm going to grab, whoops, I missed it. I'm going to go out to the scorecard. I'm going to go grab the actual metric that we want to put in there. What I'm also going to do on the chart, so the chart's there, it has a legend down here and I don't like that legend, so I'm going to click on it and just choose no legend, and that will take it off. Then I just have to reposition this where I want it, grab the handles to resize it. It's kind of cute. When you resize it, the chart kind of looks funny like this, and then when you let go of it, it figures out how to organize it around that footprint. Okay, so the next element I had on were indicators for each of the processes that we found in doing that process analysis during Module 3. So if you recall, what we did is we created a dashboard structure, and I'll put in customer service as the first one. And I'm just going to put that performance icon right here. And then next to it, I'd like to put in the chart of how we're doing. I want to create a line chart next to that. I'm going to choose the line chart. I have to select the data, and within that Southwest, we're going to go into the dashboard and choose customer service. And once again, the chart's arrived. We're just going to get rid of the legend and reposition and resize it. And so all I did is I repeated that for each of the strategic objectives on the strategy map, linkage to processes. And just to take you back to what the final product looks like, we have each of the strategic objectives and the trend line for all of them. Now, I added in 3 other elements: the project, its Gantt chart, and a couple of text boxes. So let's go back and take a look at how we create those. So this is where we are so far. So I'm just going to now edit what we've done. And I'm going to ignore the other process charts. If I add in, again, the project, down the bottom I put in the project. Now, we could put in a chart that showed us the trend of projects, red, yellow, green, across time, but that's less meaningful. What we actually want to do is put in the Gantt chart. So again, we go into the Gantt chart that we created around this project and resize this so it shows up on our dashboard. And that's all there is to it. It's a pretty straightforward activity to build the dashboard. And then the text boxes that we put in were merely from, we put in a series of titles. So finally what I wanted to add in was the commentary. So again, if we go in and choose the metric that we've been using all the way through here, which is in this case the F2, it plunks in those comments which are out there. So what I've done is, in this one, I made one comment that was the description of the strategic objective, and I chose it to show up for all time periods. And then I put in the what, so what, now what, which comes in only for this one time period. And that's how it is we ended up creating the total template for this More Passengers dashboard. So again, to remind you, this is what it looks like and how we got there. The overall performance metric, the data behind it, each of the linked processes, the data behind that, the strategic project and the Gantt chart associated with that, then the text box of the description, which appears in all periods, and then the what, so what, now what, which will be period specific. So that's it. That's how you build a dashboard.